Okay, this is now the 5 minute tarot for the 10th of June 2017. And today, I'd like to call this one Let's Not Get Carried Away. Because a couple of days ago, I happened to see, I forget where, it was something, it was on the internet, but somebody, a reader, picked a card for somebody, a viewer who either they had bought something or they had signed up for a newsletter or they participated in something. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of a reward for doing something. It was a kind of personal reading. So what the reader did was she picked a card for the questioner or for the person, and there was no question. And she picked a card and she got the Eight of Cups. And she told the woman, it happened to be a woman, she told the woman that with the Eight of Cups, this means that she's been going through something difficult. And, but the future, so she'll be finished with it quite soon. And the future is going to be really, really good. So she can be happy that everything is going to be good in the future. And so my point is, let's not get carried away, because with the Eight of Cups, okay, it might have been useful to tell the question, or to tell the questioner, let's call her, to tell the person the reading was for. This, I got the Eight of Cups, and there are 10 cards in the minor trumps. So you're kind of like stage 8 of 10. And this would let the questioner know that they've been in this situation for a while, but it's not referring to something that started yesterday, right? Because in the questioner can have an ongoing difficulty or an ongoing situation, but there can be another situation that started a couple of days ago. So the card, the Eight of Cups, is probably referring to something that started a while ago, because it's step 8 of 10. But there was no help to the questioner to understand what of maybe more than one difficulties or situations the card was referring to. But that's, I mean, it's fair enough to say that you're in a certain situation. My quibble, my complaint is that you can't then, I can understand why readers want to encourage people and say good things and paint a picture that the future is bright and that things are going to be good, things are going to be okay, you're going to get yourself together, and give so that people after the reading can maybe have confidence, or they can have a little bit of optimism that things are going to be better. And how do I know? Because the tarot told me. So you can have confidence in this otherworldly, powerful, whatever it happens to be, whatever whatever idea you have of what the tarot is, and you can go off and be encouraged and think, okay, things are going to be good now. But the problem is with the Eight of Cups, think of the number of times where you've had a difficulty and you've tried to solve it and it didn't work, and you continued on for some time into the future with that same difficulty. Or you try one thing that doesn't work, so you try something else, and that doesn't work either. This happens a lot. I think it happens more frequently than improvement. So somehow saying to the person, you're in a problem situation right now with the Eight of Cups, but everything is going to be great in the future. You can't do that. It's unfair to the questioner. It's easy for the reader. Because if you're doing a reading and no matter what you get, if you tell the person things are going to be good, then you look good because you've predicted a good outcome. And it's easy to say, yes, things are going to be fine. And how are they going to be fine? Well, I don't know, but it's going to work out well. That's really somehow not good enough. And when you do that, when you take that approach, you're sort of making the tarot less important, or something like that. So if the questioner or the reader had said, okay, you've got the Eight of Cups, so you're almost finished with something, And the next step is, and she picked another card and got the sun upright. The next step is good. You're going to be moving. You're going to be helped because the child is sitting on the horse. So you don't have to move this, but circumstances or other people or the movement or the group is going to transport you along. So you may have been on your own up until now, but now you've got support and now you've got help. Whereas if you'd got the Eight of Cups and said, you're in an awkward situation and you've been in it for some time, and the future is, and you get the Devil reversed, it's not going to get easier. So you need to figure out maybe who is holding you back, because we've got the man and woman with the chain around their neck and it's upside down and it's the devil. So that can be that you think that there is evil in the world and the evil is stronger than good and stronger than you, and that's why things are going badly, because evil has it in for you. So you might want to reconsider that idea. And this is where the reader can talk about something else and show the questioner that simple or black and white ideas of good and evil really don't describe what's going on in the world. There are lots of shades of grey, and maybe things aren't quite as obvious or clear-cut as you think. And so if the questioner goes off recognizing that maybe it's not that I've got it wrong, but maybe I haven't got it quite right. So what else is going on with the situation that will help me, or that will mean that I can help myself, or that I can actually introduce a little bit of goodness or good stuff into the mix, into the situation, so that I'm not on the receiving end of problems. So my point is, don't get carried. If we can do the questioner a disservice if we get carried away and just tell them what we might want to hear if we were in their situation. We want to be encouraged. We want to be told that everything is going to be good, and sometimes it will be good. But we're better, I think, to pick. If you're going to talk about the future, you're better to pick another card to see what the future holds or what the future is like, rather than read too much, or rather than read beyond what the card shows. That's my complaint for the day. Okay, tomorrow, a couple of things I saw, and I'll tell you what I made of them, because it's kind of how I develop or keep coming up with meanings, or keep coming up with more about what a card might mean. Okay, thank you very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.